Since Halloween is right around the corner, today I'm going to work on some pages for my grandchildren's albums, and I'm going to use the Spooky Sweet collection. And I have my ink pads over here that match this collection. And let me just show you what all is in here. It's so cute. So you have your Petunia Pop ribbon, and then we have these charming shimmering facet dots, as well as the shimmer stars. And I don't know if you can see how glittery they are, but they're so adorable. And the stamp set that comes with die cuts. And then let's look at these design papers. They're double-sided, so on one side you have the print, and then on this side we have a Petunia Pop solid in the little candy corn. So cute. And of course you got to have the haunted house in that striped orange. That's, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's an orange, sort of like a stripe. And then you have this gray. And the little animals, they're so cute. We have a pig and a swan and a bear and an owl. And on the reverse side of this is this bright orange and black dotted. And then you have some cutouts here, and they just pop out. We've got our cauldron and our slime and our potion bottles and this adorable tree. Look at that hippopotamus. He's so cute. And the owl and the candy corn. I'm going to use this swag somewhere in there. Banner. All right, so let me get a layout together and we'll get started. I took the time to pre-cut some of the designs that come with the stamp set. And I will tell you that I am not a great colorer, and I won't say that it's my favorite thing to do, but when I go back and look at what I've done, I think they look pretty cute, so I'm not gonna complain. Look at the little kitty cats. I probably need to cut a few more of these because all of my grandchildren have kitty cats and not puppy dogs. I'm the one with the dogs. Look at this fence. Isn't that adorable? So I cut several of those. And you have to have a bat. These are super cute. And the haunted house. But my house is not going to be haunted. It's going to be friendly. And these little brooms are so adorable. How many times can I say adorable with this stamp set? And then, of course, our pumpkin. I don't have the pictures yet, but I know that my oldest granddaughter is wanting to be an old lady. So I think I want to use this sketch from my upline, Cindy Jackson, and I want to create this one page here. I don't know if I'll have enough photos to do a 2-page spread, but the good thing about it is whenever Halloween is over and my children give me the photos, if I need more than one page, then I can go back and create this page to match this page. So I think I want to start off with gray as my base, since she said she wants to be an old lady. The sketch has 5 different design prints or strips of paper here in the center. So I want to think about how I want to lay this out. And I'm thinking maybe that I can do that as one strip, and I kind of played, I don't want it to be too terribly busy. I do love this fence, but that doesn't really work too well with that. But I love the Petunia Pop on this side, and I'm pretty sure that the dress that she's gonna wear has some pink in it. She is my pink girl, so I think it's gonna have some pink in it. And of course I love the candy corn, so I was thinking about maybe that. So I'm thinking that I might do this, and then I will use probably bring in some basic black and use that for my photo mats. So let me cut some of this and just play and see what I think about it. I have my strips cut, and I think I have them basically where I want. So I'm going to, or in the order that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and tape these down, and then we'll just see where we're going to go from there. I have my strips adhered, and I went ahead and cut my back for my photos, my photo mats. And I'm looking at it and I'm trying to decide. I added these black strips. It wasn't in the sketch, but I kind of felt like I liked the way it broke it up between the pattern paper. And so I'm wondering if I want a black strip at each seam or if that's going to be overkill. So I'm just gonna look and see what I think about this. So I'd have one at every seam, and I might want a little bit more of that orange showing. And then I would have my photo mats. I think I like it with the black strip at each seam. So let me get that adhered, and then the fun part begins. There we go. We're all glued down, and now I get to start playing with embellishments. And I have so much to choose from, it's going to take me a bit to figure out exactly what I want. So let's play. I love this tree, so I think I want to use it, and I love the little house. So I was thinking about putting the tree over here and maybe the house on this side with fence going along here. But I feel like this tree is ginormous. I feel like the scale is off. But then I started thinking, well, you know, I do live on the Texas Gulf Coast, and this could be an oak tree. But what if I put it over here close to my house? Because, I mean, oak trees are way taller than the house. I feel like that is a little bit more balanced, and I can still put my fence along here. You know, a lot of times I get down on myself because I feel like I don't scrapbook as well as someone else. My layouts aren't as gorgeous as Erin's or Jama's or Cindy's, and so I kind of just beat myself up and intimidate my own self, thinking that I'm not very good. And you know, then it holds me back from making videos or even scrapbooking sometimes. So I'm just getting that out of my head, because everyone does something different, and that's why it's personal, and you can scrapbook any way you want. So I'm getting out of my head and scrapbooking my way, and not worrying if it's perfect or if someone else likes it. Why do I care if someone else likes it? Because I'm going to tell you, when people go back and look at your albums, they're not really paying attention to the layout. They're looking at the photos that are in the layout. And as you can see, I cannot pick up one of those bats. All right, so let me think about this. I know my title is going to go here. I would love to bring in some of the cats, and I just don't know where. I might could put another cluster here, but like I say, I don't have my photos yet, so I don't want to put anything permanently over these. I would have to probably pop it up so the photo could fit underneath it, but I'm gonna play around a little bit more. So lucky for you, I didn't make you watch the torturous process of deciding what I want the embellishments to look like. I did put some yellow behind this house. I just think it helps it look a little bit more haunted. So I think my end result is going to be the fence here. I'll try not to tweak it too much. All right, I used Spotlight on Nature die, and I think I'm gonna have a yellow moon up here. And this is the little kitty cat that I cut and colored. And then this broom is part of the punch outs. So I just cut a little notch in my broom, and I think I'm gonna have my kitty cat flying on the broom. And it's a girl. She's wearing a dress, so I'm gonna say she's a girl. And I think I'll put her up here, and then a couple of the bats flying up on the moon. And it just helped bring a little bit more of the yellow from down here up. And I think I want to use, now my title's gonna go here, and I haven't decided what it's gonna be yet. If it's just gonna be Happy Halloween, or something to do with my granddaughter's costume. I don't know, something about an old lady, not sure. But I do think I want to use this banner, but then I don't know if it's too little. So that's where I am right now. I don't think I'm going to put anything else on here. I'll save, I won't adhere these down because my pictures are gonna go on here when I get them from my son-in-law. And I think I'll trim this so that the moon isn't hanging off the page. And I believe that I'm gonna call it a wrap. So let me know down in the comments what you think. I realize it's not totally complete yet. And I had thought about using the Happy Halloween from the stamp set, but I just think it's too little. I think I want a larger title, maybe 3 inches across here, and I can just cut that with my Cricut. So I will show you the finished product here in just a bit. Thank you. All right, here's my completed page. I cut my title on the Cricut, and since my granddaughter is gonna be an old lady, I decided to go with Sweet Old Lady. But I cut Sweet in a system font called Buttercup. And then I cut Old Lady in, again, a system font, Chiller. And I like the contrast between the Sweet and Old Lady. I just feel like it explains the font itself. I put some of my little glittery stars on here. And all in all, I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to get the photos to put on there. And I hope you like it as well as I do. So thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time here on YouTube.